So how far-reaching is this then? There was a bit of an asterisk there on the left, on the end of that, saying, well, they could talk about how race has impacted their journey, their life, something of that nature. But how clear-cut is this? University of North Carolina, Harvard were on the receiving end of this decision primarily, but it affects all colleges and universities, does it not?
That's right, it does. Any college that accepts federal money, which is virtually every college in the United States. I mean, look, the justices said in the majority opinion that this is a continuation of the Brown versus Board of Education ruling. And they said that if you're going to get rid of discrimination, you have to get rid of discrimination everywhere. And so I think this is a significant victory for students from all walks of life, from every background, because research actually finds that when students from minority races and ethnicities are given racial preferences and admitted to colleges, they can be mismatched to those schools. And that results in lower grades, in less success, less likelihood of graduation, and then a harder time as they enter the workforce. So this is important for students from all backgrounds.
Where would we be right now if cases like this had two more justices like those on the left that seem to have no interest whatsoever in the law or the 14th Amendment or the Constitution in general?
Well, there's a real possibility that, we could be looking at another generation of the use of racial preferences. I mean, remember, in the decision that was almost 23 years ago, the last one that talked about racial preferences, they said, well, there should be about 25 more years before we can be done with this idea of using race as a determining factor in college admissions. So I think what the court has said in saying that discrimination has no place in the process of college admissions or frankly anywhere else, I think they have set us up to now work on the actual obstacles that prevent students from succeeding. Failing public schools and K-12 systems, obstacles in neighborhoods that are unsafe for children to grow up, the ability to have well-trained police officers in those areas, all of the different things that contribute to positive family formation. These are all of the things now that policymakers and all Americans can begin to work on. Now that we've put this terrible issue of racial discrimination aside, at least from the perspective of the Supreme Court.